Alright, welcome back to the channel. I haven't made a video in a while. I thought I'd make something. I got some interesting stuff recently, and I want to show it to you. This stuff here is for my MG13. Specifically, here's two MG13 barrels, and this, well, from here to here, is a blank adapter. This is the soaking can for the blank adapter, and this is the wrench that I got with the MG13 parts when I bought a bunch of parts from a collector. We could never really figure out what this fit, although these little prongs fit the handle of an MG15. So let me put this together for you here, and I'll show you. This is actually a pretty cool piece of kit. First of all, the standard MG13 barrel, interrupted thread screws right in, and the gun works on a short recoil system like this. That didn't look too good, but we'll do it anyway. If you notice on this one, I'll see if we can zoom in on this, it's threaded right here. This is for the blank adapter. And now I'm going to show you how this all goes together, and then we're going to cut and we're going to install it in the gun, because it's a pretty cool looking piece of equipment. Alright, so the blank adapter is these parts here, and bear with me, I taught this to myself today. I don't have a manual, I just took it apart and figured it out. First of all, you have your housing. Alright, this is the part when you fire the blank, it goes in. So it goes in the housing like this and screws in. Now, there's a little slot in here in case you know, if it gets bound up or oily. When I got this, it was covered in Cosmoline. It took me about an hour and a half with 725 to get it clean. So as I said, when you fire the blank, this is your blank adapter. Now, this is the cup that catches the black from the blank adapter. It goes over like that. These are the lock washers or the lock nuts for this part, and the reason for that is I would assume different countries used different strength blanks. So by using these nuts, I don't know if you can see in here, I can set the depth of this to be closer or further away from the muzzle to generate more recoil force. And I guess the idea would be to generate just enough recoil force to operate the gun. You don't want to overpressure the gun. All right, so you have, and then of course this is cut for the excess flash. So you have this part. Then this part goes in here, and this is where the interesting part is. With the blank barrel, which is reverse threaded, believe it or not. Oh, I made a boo-boo. Your barrel bearing, then your blank, and this is where we found out what this is for, because if you happen to notice, I don't know if you can see this, this is the ideal size. All these nuts are the same size. And when we got these, we got two of them, which would make sense, because if you look here, when you have to lock this against, you could actually, if you have two of them, you could do it very easily. So you put these two together, this goes on, and then this would go in. Like this. Like this. Boy, it's talking like a Pittsburgher for sure. Now, we're going to zoom in here a little bit and see if we can see this. Since the MG13 operates on short recoil, the barrel has to move back maybe half an inch. Watch the center. This is the cone that was screwed on the end of the barrel. When I would fire the gun, it comes back, goes forward, comes back, goes forward. And so they give you a much bigger surface. Since the end of a standard MG13 barrel, there's no bearing surface for the flash of the muzzle. There's to the blank gas pressure, since it's recoil operated. So basically they make it a recoil operated gun, kind of like a gas operated gun. So what we're going to do, that's all I have to show you, except we're going to put it on the gun to show you what it looks like on the gun, and we'll be done with this video. Now hopefully you can see this. This is my MG13. I swapped the blank barrel. No sense showing you how to do a barrel change. I've already done that before. It now has the blank barrel. This is the standard booster. There's also a flash cone booster, but this is the standard booster. And under normal fire, this would recoil about the width of the threads in. So we're going to take this one off. I don't need the wrench because this is all anti-seized, and the blank adapter is not going to stay on it, so I don't need to tighten it down. But you take the booster off. See the anti-seize. Put the booster over here. Booster bearing. This is the bearing from the blank adapter. It goes in. Gotta lift it up a little bit. Now you can see right here, it's also got a nut for that wrench. That wrench is a great tool. I'm sure if I am able to get some 8mm blanks, which I will, I found a source for them. I'll probably get 100 or 150 so we can just do a video. And if it runs, I actually may try shooting the blanks out of the drum, which I think would be pretty cool. So that's all the way in. The next step is the screw-on booster. And since this is a reverse thread, we go the other way. You wouldn't believe how tight this was when we first got it. My son and I had to work on it quite some time. And now I have the cap, and it already has the adjustable part in it. So boy, the Germans like their threads. All right, here you have a fully operational blank adapter on an MG13. I don't think there's another one out there, at least that I've seen on video. I really hope I can get some blanks to make it run for you. Just an interesting fact, this is when I talked about this gun before, this is a Portuguese contract gun. This is a German blank adapter. It's all Waffen marked, but the parts just go together perfect. All right, hopefully we'll get you a video of us shooting blanks. Thanks for coming to the channel. Hope I taught you something or showed you something today.